Are you thinking of spending money on Genesis crystals? If yes, then I recommend watching this because it might just save you a bunch of money. There's this website called Lootbar GG, where you can save up to 20% compared to in-game purchases. Since Lootbar uses the official partnership route, you can enjoy all the official hoyoverse recharge events, meaning you can get twice the amount of Genesis crystals if you have the bonus. This is how I purchased 6,560 Genesis crystals for only $47. All I had to do was provide my UID and make the payment, and 1 to 2 minutes later, I received the crystals on my account. No hassle. It's completely safe and secure, and has thousands of good reviews on their website. Even big shots like KAZUHA, Teyvat Times, and Jello Impact approve of Lootbar, so head over to the link in the description and start saving money. New users get 5% off their first purchase. Hello everyone! Xilonen's entire kit has been leaked, so that's what we'll be talking about today. We are giving away 3 Welkins when we reach 7,000 subscribers, so make sure to subscribe. Let's break down her abilities. Starting with her normal attack, it functions similarly to other characters, but her plunge attack scales with defense. Xilonen has 2 modes, her standard mode and one that activates with her elemental skill. Upon using this skill, she enters the Night Soul's Blessing state, a roller skating mode you may have seen in her animations. Think of it like mualani's shark surfing, but in Xilonen's case, it's roller skating. During this state, she sheds her jacket and performs normal and plunge attacks that deal geo damage, all scaling with her defense. However, she cannot perform charged attacks in this mode. To summarize, activating her skill puts her in roller skating mode, where her attacks deal geo damage based on her defense. Moving on to her elemental skill, which offers more than just enhanced attacks. As mentioned, using her skill triggers the roller skating mode, where she possesses 3 samples. For clarity, let's stick with that term. These samples naturally glow geo, but their element changes depending on your team's composition. For instance, if your team includes Diluc, Xilonen, Raiden, and Xilonen, the samples will glow pyro, hydro, and electro, respectively. The samples won't double up on the same element. Each represents a different element based on your team's setup. These samples store the elements of your team, but activating them requires maxing out her Night Soul points. Once these points are maxed, they're consumed to activate the samples for 15 seconds, provided you've unlocked a specific talent. When activated, these samples reduce the elemental resistance of enemies by 36% at talent level 10, depending on which elements are active. In essence, her skill lets her skate around, while these samples reduce enemies' elemental resistance by 36%. Xilonen can also trigger these effects even when she's not on the field. Before discussing her elemental burst, let's review her talents. Her first talent allows you to switch to Xilonen during actions like climbing, jumping, or running, triggering her intro skill animation. Additionally, while in Natlan, Xilonen won't use stamina while climbing if she's in the Night Soul's Blessing state. Her second talent boosts her normal and plunge attacks, while roller skating if at least 2 different samples are active, granting her 35 Night Soul points. If fewer than 2 are active, her damage increases by 30%. Her third talent triggers a Night Soul burst when her Night Soul points are full, and if other characters trigger it, Xilonen gains a 20% defense boost for 15 seconds. Now, let's talk about her elemental burst. It deals AoE geo damage based on her defense, and has additional effects depending on the number of active samples. If 2 or more samples are active, Xilonen heals the active character, with healing scaling on her defense. If fewer than 2 samples are active, the burst deals extra damage, again scaling with her defense. This covers the basics of Xilonen's kit, but she really shines with her constellations, particularly C2. Make sure to join our Discord server to take part in frequent giveaways, get instant leaks and updates, and hang out with other Genshin players, including me. Link is in the description. Her C1 reduces Night Soul consumption, extends the Night Soul point limit by 45%, and increases nearby characters' interruption resistance when samples are active. Her C2 gives all nearby party members buffs based on the active samples. Geo increases crit rate by 30%. Pyro boosts attack by 40%. Hydro increases max HP by 40%. Cryo raises crit damage by 50%. And Electro restores 20 energy. It also reduces her elemental burst cooldown by 5 seconds. Xilonen is practically a Geo KAZUHA who doesn't need to worry about swirling the right element, as it's done automatically. That's all. Thanks for watching and subscribe, or you'll lose your 50-50 to Chi-Chi.